Hey, how y'all doing? Probably most of y'all that are clicking on this video don't even know who I am. My channel is Built Tough 1776, but that don't really matter because I'm gonna be doing another review. That's how I wanted to start my channel. That's how I started it. That's what I thought I would only do, but I've done a lot more than that. I haven't done a review in over half a year plus. So why not do a review on this 2020 Honda Accord LX in the white pearl? We just picked it up about a month ago, and we got it from the Howdy Honda dealership in Texas. Yes, I'm going to be giving you a Texas style review. One thing I'd like for y'all to keep in mind when you're going out to your local Honda dealership and want to pick up a new Accord, there is many different package trim levels, and this is the entry level to the Accord, the LX. Couple appearance features: it's got 17-inch alloy wheels, just the basic wheels. So there's multiple different packages. I don't know all of them off the top of my head. I do know that they vary from like $2,000 and a little bit more to go up a package each level. And each level, of course, comes with more and more features, but this car has got more than enough for what we need it for. This is in the white pearl, like I said. And the door handles match your mirrors, which your mirrors match the exterior paint, which is everything is white pearl exterior with the 17-inch gray silver alloy wheels. One cool appearance feature that all the new 2020 Accords have is the LED daytime running headlights. Well, not headlights, but just running lights. Looks really nice. It's got a chrome front grille. This car does not have the fog lights. They would go right down there, but we don't need those. These lights are good enough. But that's one appearance feature from the front I thought y'all should know. One cool feature this car does have is a regular key fob. No, it's not a smart key, which things your smart key might have is like, I mean, you still have to unlock it regularly. You can't just stick your hand through the handle and it unlocks the car. But it is push start, which is very nice. It does not have a remote start, but they do come in these cars. So the LX model has multiple different exterior colors, so do all the other levels. But one cool thing about this car is that you have 3 different choices of interior color for your cloth seats and all that. You have regular black, gray, and tan, but of course, yes, it's somewhat customizable, but it has to match your exterior in order to have that in the car, which ours is just white on black, which is just fine. Moving on to some features on the inside, one really cool thing that I just noticed not too long ago was, look when this thing was built. January of 2020, the beginning of a new decade. This car was built under 2 months ago, which is really nice. One cool feature that this car has is a electronic trunk opener. All right, so moving on to the trunk, I had to get some of our junk out. It's got 16.7 cubic feet of space in the back, which is quite a lot for a sedan this size. And you can fold, of course, the rear seats down to have a lot more space to put stuff in, all that good stuff. And while we're here, one really cool feature that this car has that I know not many cars that are being produced today offer is this car comes. All the 2020 Accords, and I'm not sure Civics and all that, but I know the Accord comes with a prep for, you don't have to go out and buy extra to change your tire, and it comes with a full-size spare tire and wheel under here, but I don't want to get that out. But I know that I'm just going to use an example off the top of my head, not a bias for import cars, mostly prefer American made, but if I'm picking an import car, it's going to be Honda for sure. Just going to use an example off the top of my head, Ford. Love Ford again. I know that with the only sedan that they're making now, well, it's not even really a sedan, it's a coupe, the Mustang, because they discontinued everything else because cars like these beat them on better build quality and you get more for your money. Going away from that, Ford mostly moved to SUVs and trucks now because that's what they do best at, producing and selling huge amounts. Anyways, I know that on the Mustang, my grandparents, my Nana has a 2018 Ford Mustang GT. I mean, EcoBoost, sorry. And my, I guess you could say grandpa, Marvin, has a 2019 Ford Mustang GT. So, year apart, one's higher trim level than the other. Both of them do not come with a nice convenient place like this to put the spare tire and the kit for changing your tire, and you had to buy it extra. It did not come with the car. So this is really cool that I know most cars do not have. One last cool feature before we move on to the inside is the gas cap. Well, this car does not have a latch to open this. It is connected to your locks. So it's locked right now, so I can't open it, but as soon as I unlock it, it pops right open. And another cool thing is that this is capless, so you just pop your pump in right there and go ahead and fill up. You don't have to worry about undoing a cap and popping it back on. Kind of convenient. Okay, so we're moving on to the inside. One thing you should note that this LX car does not have, and I believe it's not offered in the LX, is does not have 10-way power seats in the front. It's just manual, but it's just fine. You can still adjust your lower back for the stiffness and softness, and then recline and all that, and move your seat forward and back. That still all works good. And let's move on to the inside, shall we? So we're in the cockpit of the 2020 Accord. I like it a lot. Let's fire it up because it's really hot outside. So just foot on the brake, start the engine. Oh, that's nice. This car has 764 miles, which is, again, not too terrible. Every time we get a new car, which isn't often, it's just the new car smell is absolutely amazing. There's nothing that smells much better than that. It's so nice. But I'm telling you, so we upgraded from a 2017 Accord. I'll insert a picture now. So you saw what that looks like. Great car. Just the cheapest thing that we're doing to save money. My mom leases a car for 3 years, 45,000 miles. Our last car, we were 4 months before it was due to get a new one. We had already hit 45,000. We thought we were going to get penaltied for hitting the miles too soon. But one cool thing about Honda, they said if we just continue to get a new car with them, then it was fine. We just put a little down payment on this to make the payment a little cheaper a month. I believe we paid like $280, $290 for this car, which is hardly nothing. Again, I used to not be a fan of leasing cars, but it's really a smart thing to do because you can have your car for 2 or 3 years, the miles. If you really don't like it, well, if you get tired of it, because I know lots of people do, you can just trade it in for a new one. And keep in mind, you're paying a lot lower and less a month for the car. And keep in mind, when you're saying you're going to buy a car and do a payment, you technically don't own the car. When you get approved with your bank, the bank owns your car because the bank paid the dealership, and then you're just paying the bank. So if you miss your payments and all that, then the bank can take the car away from you, which I'm not going to get into more of that. But I'm just saying that I used to not be a fan of lease, but it's a super smart idea now. And if you really love your vehicle, then you can buy it back at the end of your lease, and you know who took care of it, if you take care of your vehicles or not. It was a one owner, so you know how it was taken care of, and if you want to get it, that's equivalent price of buying a used vehicle, but you know where it came from. But they've really outdone themselves. I mean, like, this is all leather. I'm really impressed. And this is like, I mean, it's plastic, but it's a really nice trim, and this is leather up here too. And I mean, this is just hard plastic, but I mean, it's a nice, really outdid themselves. And of course, you've got still your dual climate control for driver and passenger. I'm gonna crank that up a little bit. I'm not gonna really get into the infotainment system because this does not have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It's just a basic infotainment system. We would have to upgrade to get the better one. It's just got your 4-way speakers, but of course, you got your dual front auto windows, power locks, all that good stuff. And I'm gonna get into my next thing that I want to show y'all that's really cool that Honda does and puts on most of their cars now. All right, so I'm at the car real quick. So this car has something called Honda Sensing, which you see the sensor right there. And then there's of course a camera up here that I'll show you on the inside a little bit more and tell you all about it. So again, like I said, this car has Honda Sensing, which is something that is very good, and something cool about this car is that you can turn all of it off or keep certain things on. Most cars don't offer those options, so let me get into it. All right, so you see this button right here? This is the first part and cool feature of your Honda Sensing. Let me just press it and it pops up on the dash. So you've got two things right here: road departure mitigation and collision mitigation braking system. So let me go with the first one. This is how my mom wants it set up. This is if, say, you're swerving off the shoulder of the road, it will shake the wheel. It won't shake the car, just you feel a slight and hear a slight vibration, and it will warn you and tell you that you're getting off the road, and it will guide you back. And then collision mitigation braking system is, say you are your new driver, or you're getting distracted because you're on your phone or your kids or whatever. You get distracted. Point being, it will pop up a warning on the dash letting you know that you are going to be you're getting close to having a collision and getting in a wreck. And the car will slowly, gradually, and I mean, it's not freaky, it will slow the car down. And I mean, there's some that it will do it super harsh, but I mean, it will prevent that wreck from happening, which is really cool. So of course you can have these features on and off, and this is just how we have it preferred. So I'm gonna turn that back off, and let's get into the next thing of the Honda Sensing technology. So this car, of course, has your regular standard cruise control, but with the Honda Sensing, it has two extra things: adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist. So if you're wanting to turn on your cruise control, you just click main. That brings you to this menu. Again, ACC on the left is adaptive cruise control. On the right is lane keep assist. And I will get more into about that stuff now. Let's just say you're not interested in the computer stuff and all that. So like I said, you click main. See this button right here with the car? This is the button to help you if you're adaptive cruise control, and this is for lane keep assist. Again, I'm getting into that. If you just want your regular cruise control, you just hold this button down for a couple seconds, and cruise mode is able. So you're just in regular cruise mode and you don't have any of that computer stuff. So it's just your basic, of course, resume, cancel, and set, and that's it. But I'm gonna turn that stuff off, and we're gonna go back to our computer crap. See, now we have all that stuff selected. So let me get into this. So first we have adaptive cruise control, which is this button right here. So using this camera up here, hey, what's going on? Using this camera up here and the Honda Sensing in the front, you can set the car's cruise control. So say you set it to 65 because that's your highway speed limit, or that's how fast you're wanting to go. You can set this, there's bars up here, to how close. This will pick for how close, how many yards. I forget what the bar, each more bar, how much it represents. But the more bars you have, the farther out your car will stay from the car in front of you. But let me get into what I'm meaning by this. Say the car slows down to 50, the car in front of you. This car will slow down and keep the distance that you have set. And when they speed back up, it will speed back up to the speed limit. And you can, of course, keep changing the speed. And then you have the lane keep assist, which is over here. Which this feature, if you are driving and it starts to swerve out of your lane, it'll pull you back in. But also, this will keep you in your lane. You pull into the other lane, or the car does it, it will pull back over gradually. And I mean, it's smooth. It's not bad. I've heard and seen some stuff on the internet saying it's like, you know, when you have a bad alignment in one of your cars and how it kind of pulls a little to the left, a little to the right. It's nothing crazy. It brings you back in the middle. And if you're one of those people that does not use your blinker, well, this feature may not be for you, or it might teach you to use your blinker, because if you're trying to get over in the other lane with this on, the car will pull you back over. Of course, it's nothing dangerous, so don't be scared. It's just safety, and it's fine. You got it still all works, but if you put your blinker on, then this car will do that, and if it's safe, it will get over, which is pretty cool technology that is in this car. All right, so y'all are probably wondering the MSRP on this car. It's flat out $24,000. We're not worrying about the 20 right there. So, and the only extra thing this LX has is the Honda sensing features, and it has the warranty. So one other cool thing, which yes, it brings up, I'm gonna just put this over here because I already got all the facts in my brain. One thing that does kind of suck, but it's cool that they offer it with this car, is that since our cars are getting smarter and continue to get more and more computers, well, those can go wrong, which I'm not saying that this car is known to do that. It's just a warranty that you can get extra in case if that goes wrong, because then certain things on your car may not be good. And I mean, it adds a couple dollars to your payment a month, so it's not like horrible, but it's good that you can have the coverage for that. Let's get under to the power plant in this car. Right? I know it's a Honda, and you're thinking, oh, it's a 4-cylinder, but no, it's a turbocharged 4-cylinder, and this car, it's pretty impressive how well it handles. I'm gonna go show y'all under the hood. All right, one thing worth noting before I pop the hood is the curb weight on this car is 3,100 pounds, which is not bad at all. Just figured a fun fact, y'all should know that. All right, here's our power plant. You know, wow, it's amazing. You normally don't see these engine bays this clean, under 1,000 miles. This is a 1.5-liter 4-cylinder with a single turbo. Puts out 192 horsepower at 5,500 RPMs and 192 foot-pounds of torque at just 1,600 RPMs. I mean, these are good running engine, and keep in mind this is full gas, and you can even get the bigger 2-liter with the turbo, and that makes over 200 horsepower, and it gets a little worse gas mileage. We just got this one because it's the best, most reliable to get the best gas mileage. So this on the highway gets 35 miles to a gallon, and in the city gets 31, and it gets a combined 29 miles to a gallon, which is not bad at all. So if y'all are considering to get one of these cars, I definitely highly recommend it. As we all know, this is a super clean running engine, and what helps give it the great gas mileage it has is a lot of cars are moving to it nowadays that get better gas mileage. It's known as a CVT transmission. This is a few things that it's known as: a shiftless transmission, a stepless transmission, and a pulley transmission. I'm gonna read you the definition. It's an automatic transmission that can change seamlessly through a continuous range of effective gear ratios. So you don't have like a 6-speed, a 10-speed. It's just it's a range of just however much you put your foot down is the RPM it keeps, and as soon as you let off or give more, that's when it changes. But the cool thing is you can be going 80 mile an hour in this car and just be barely over 1,500 RPMs. It's actually insane. Well, thanks for watching, and hope y'all enjoyed this review, and let me know some other vehicles I should review, because I mean, I did my best on this car, and I know a lot more on other vehicles, but I hope y'all enjoyed it, and drop a like, and you can check out some of my other videos if you would like. But thanks for watching, and take care.